This year has been a year unlike any other in the 135-year history of St. Thomas Academy.
We've seen a rise of stress and anxiety and depression. A lot of our students struggle with dealing with their own emotions and being able to share that with people. Males in general don't like to talk about mental health. They don't like to appear to be vulnerable or weak.
Many students have lost a family member or someone close to them, and I see them reaching out and trying to make sure that they're there for support for their friends and their fellow students in the Brotherhood.
When they spent the spring doing distance learning and not being together and not playing sports together, they realized what they were missing. And it was that brotherhood, that cadet experience. It was never a question about whether we wanted to be here in person. The challenge was to figure out how we could make that work. The key to making it work was the cadets themselves. Once they realized it was important to be with each other, how important that brotherhood was, how important that cadet experience was, they were willing to work with us to make this happen.
We're just so blessed to be here in person. As a teacher who loves just that interaction with students, being in person here at St. Thomas, it's just been great.
When the kids finally did come back in the building, we could definitely see it on their faces. They were super excited to be back. Being able to offer that support to our kids and our families and get them in the building has been a huge impact for us.
When James was in the 5th grade, he started to shadow at a variety of schools. And that was based on conversations that we had with him about what he wanted to do in middle school. And he wanted to have a good science program, sports teams, and robotics. And we pointed him in the direction of a variety of schools that had those options. And he made the decision on his own that he wanted to go to STA. The pandemic had just started, and Michael's work ground to a stop in an instant. It felt very financially scary, and at the same time, we really wanted to honor what James's decision was.
I was feeling scared and I was feeling nervous that we had goals set up that maybe we weren't going to be able to achieve.
Fund and Need was created about 7 years ago to help families that were going through extraordinary circumstances, to help them make sure that their son could either start or continue their STA journey. The pandemic really added to the need this year. We had families approaching us that had never asked for any kind of assistance, and we were there to be able to fill the gap for them because of Fund and Need.
Right away, it was made clear to us that STA would be able to help.
Next year wasn't in doubt anymore.
Yep.
And that's a lot for any family to know that your kids are going to be taken care of.
The cadet community really did step up in those first few days and made sure that we had the ability through our Cadet Relief Fund to be able to assist those families who needed that little extra push because of their financial situation.
Fast forward to June of 2020, Michael still did not have the kind of work that he had had previous to the pandemic, and I lost my job of 11 years. At that point, we were double no income for kids, and just really we didn't know quite what to do.
We weren't going to allow COVID to be a reason that a cadet could not be here. And we all came together, the community came together to make that happen.
They're going to get help because that's what we do. We help people when they need it most.
We reached out to STA again, and they gave us another hardship scholarship based on our situation, and that made it so there was no stress about being able to send James to the school that he wanted to go to, and it felt really, really good.
That was really important for us to honor what they wanted to do, and we didn't really know what was going to happen. We asked for help, we were given help, and then he's started this really positive transition in his life.
One of the light that St. Thomas has in this area is being a school known for reaching out and reaching folks that have a need and trying to meet that need the best they can.
Knowing what I know now, we never had to worry because we had other people that were generous, that were willing to give more than was expected out of them, and that help somebody like us directly.
We are such a small community that you can sneeze and everybody around the block will say bless you because everybody knows what's going on with you, whether you like it or not. And it's been really proven this year when I've had students that have struggled for various reasons. A lot of other students have come to me and said, this person has struggled and what can we do about it?
From the seniors all the way down, even into the middle school, they do a really good job of reaching out to the community that has a need or looking for needs and trying to meet them the best they can.
They realize that everyone's kind of in this together. We're not all in the same boat, but we're weathering the same storm.
Middle school is hard. It's hard to be an adolescent, and seeing how happy he is to go to school every day, knowing that he's in a space where he's cared for and challenged is one huge worry that's off our plate now. There's always an unexpected thing that's gonna happen. But there's not a question mark about where is he going to be 6 months from now. We know he's going to be getting taken care of.
We're not out of the woods yet with this pandemic. The need still continues to be prevalent for us. We anticipate that we'll have at least the same need, if not greater, for the coming year. If you've got the ability to do something now, please do so. Please support those families that really need you right now. You're impacting those kids and their futures, because we know the impact that this school can have on a young man as he goes out and conquers the world.